Hello and welcome back to my GTNH playthrough. It is September 26th and we are by my nuclear reactors. Reason I'm over here was I was just checking on how many uranium rods I had in here. I actually started the day off with issues keeping up with these. 3 of these reactors had shut down, and over here none of these had shut down, but you can see I don't have a whole lot of rods, and this one is using more power, mainly because since that one had ran out of power, this one is currently powering the AE network, so just kind of that one is drawing a ton of power at the moment. So what I did to help address that, and then there was a different issue that popped up later because I did get everything caught back up, but basically in this area, I haven't shown it off a lot. It's been a while since I've done anything over here. This is where my rods are made, and it's pretty rudimentary, single blocks, all that jazz. So my plan was, if you don't know how the rods are made, you basically have to compress small uranium-235 and the big 238 into one into 235 nuggets, and then this one just into uranium-238, and then you combine them together with some coolant. Actually had all these still on HV blocks, so the first thing I did was swap the ones I did have into single blocks. My plan was to upgrade it all with multi-blocks, but I have the resources now, but these two, like crafting their extra stuff, took forever. I was still using just the regular EBFs because they actually have to be crafted on circuit 11 with like some gas, which I didn't want to swap up my mega EBF and then just get like not be able to craft anything else for the day, so I was just waiting on these. But while I was waiting on those, single blocks are super fast to craft now, so I basically just started doubling things up just wherever I saw what's it called, bottlenecks, just to keep it going, and it is going a lot faster now. It'll get caught back up. The reason I ended up running out was I actually hadn't put, or I had the uranium being processed over here, but this system's still a little janky. I hadn't updated this with the new P2P network, so I had the different combs that get processed by this guy going here. And then of course iridium and osmium take so long to process that they were blocking these guys from coming in. So now I set up 2 chests to kind of like buffer and get them in here. At some point I'll fix this proper, but I was trying to work on other things today, so I just little band-aid. It works. It's got it rolling again. I'm back to not too much, like 2,000 dust in here, but this is basically, long story short, this is keeping up now. That will catch me back up, and then I'll be set for power for a little while. I'll get to these guys in a second. The next thing, so I wanted to start working on the rocket fuel, which the main thing is the chemical plant. But before I got to that, I did get this 4 up done. This one, I'm kind of tempted to just leave it for the moment because it already is its own, basically 32 channels. But I'd have to think about how I do that. I might just run, I don't know. I was conflicted about updating this side, and then I did not get to this side over here. So I do have a bunch of channels free, and I decided, well, that's good enough for now, because as long as I have channels free, I can start doing the rocket line up here, and then while I'm waiting on stuff later, I can fix all that and clean it up. The problem was, I then ran out of sulfur. So over here, I was processing the sulfur dust, but, or I should say sulfur combs. You can see I have some purified ore in here, but it just wasn't keeping up. So what I started to do was, or what I wanted to do was add more sulfur bees just to like increase the throughput. So I've got 2 sulfur bees here. The way I decided to go about it, because I did not want to spam more alvaries, and if sulfur was a normal, I would have done this in a different order. But sulfur is, I believe, hot normal for its climate requirements. So what I did instead was I took the iron, copper, and tin drones, or tin princesses, whatever, brought them down here, and these are officially my first ones set up with the industrial apiary. They are normal, so they can run in here. I don't know if this is necessarily the best way to do it, but works for what I'm got going at the moment. I might want to come up with a more compact method here in the future when I spam more of these. But for the moment, I mean, these guys produce so much more. I think I did the math earlier. It's like something like 2,000 combs an hour versus like 100. Also, why is there water coming through there? Interesting. But yeah, so these guys, I mean, these have only been set up for like 15-20 minutes, like or I guess this guy would be the newest, about 15-20 minutes, and I already have 400 drones after resetting from 0. But one of the problems that's kind of popping up with that, like almost like failing from success, is now this guy gets pretty clogged up with all those resources because there's just so much of that stuff going. So I kind of want to set up yet another maceration stack and then something else, and just like have those dedicated to whatever resources I'm low on at the time. Like for example, right now I'm struggling with sulfur, so it would just be sulfur on those couple until I'm back in a place that I need to be, and then I can just kind of rearrange those as needed. But yeah, it's a little bit shorter of an episode, but that is all I got done today. I thought about skipping the video just because it's going in the weekend and then I have a big one Monday, but honestly, sometimes you just have these days where you don't get much done, and I won't really make much progress later because I'm about to go to a card tournament. So yeah, my plans for the weekend, if I can get to them, because I think I'll be gone most of the weekend, is to basically get my sulfur supply up. That way I can construct the rocket line and then hopefully start going to the tier 3 planets. Yeah, because if you look, just to show why I'm even talking about this, if I go to craft this guy, missing 4 sulfur dust, and I could just turn off whatever export bus is like exporting sulfur in theory, but sulfur is actually used all over the place. So like just yesterday, I'm pretty sure I had like 80,000 sulfur dust. But anyways, that is all for today. I hope everybody has a good weekend, and as always, appreciate you for watching. Goodbye.